for permanent research funding in lab space. My lawyer, an old friend named Robert, had looked over the contract. Ellen, he said, let me add one clause they'll never read carefully. Buried in Section 47, subsection D. If the university terminates principal investigators' research funding for any reason other than gross misconduct or criminal activity, all patent rights and future royalties revert to principal investigator immediately and in perpetuity. We were broke back then, sharing a single microscope between 4 researchers. Those patents seemed worthless, just legal protection for ideas that might never work. 15 years later, my cancer treatment protocol was generating $80 million annually for the university. Pharmaceutical companies were licensing it worldwide. It was funding half the medical school's operating budget. I found Robert's number and called him at 6 a.m. Ellen, what's wrong? Pull my 2008 contract, Section 47D. Tell me it's still valid. 3 hours later, he called back laughing so hard he could barely speak. Ellen, this is beautiful. You own everything now. Every pharmaceutical license, every royalty check, every future application. It all transfers to you automatically the moment they cut your funding. They can't just cancel it. They already triggered it. The second Morrison said funding ends this semester, you became the sole owner of patents worth $80 million a year. Maybe more. I sat down hard in my kitchen chair. I forwarded the contract clause to Dean Morrison at 9:03 a.m. with one sentence. Expect my resignation and patent transfer paperwork by noon. My phone started ringing before I'd finished my coffee. 12 voicemails in 20 minutes. The university president personally showed up at my house at 10:47 a.m. I watched through my window as he rang my doorbell 3 times. I didn't answer. My lawyer filed the paperwork at 11:30 a.m. By 2 p.m., the university's lawyers confirmed it was ironclad. The president called again. Dr. Chen, let's discuss this reasonably. We can renegotiate. You had 20 years to be reasonable, I said. I'm starting my own research institute. Thanks for the startup capital. They tried to sue. Lost immediately. The judge actually laughed when their lawyer tried to argue I'd somehow defrauded them by including a clause in a contract their own legal team approved.